Welcome back to Lawrence. Goodness gracious. We'll,
Trials
we'll,
and tribulation.
we'll let some of you guys get back in the stream. At least we gave you a warning this time. We have both audio and video working. And it's a Christmas miracle here in early March. The Eagles are in need of some those being runs down by 2.
All right, they're turning to their ace here. Asher Goss has been asked to close out this game for the Raiders.
Leading off the top of the 7th for the Greenwood
And he will
Eagles,
bring some gas.
shortstop number 7, Matt Murray.
He's going to face Matt Murray, Luke Godwin, Rhett Brown. First power.
You're going to see upper 80s here.
First pitch from Goss. There it is. Blows it right by Matt Murray. Eagles need the leadoff man. Down by 2, top of the 7th. That one nearly hit me with some chin music. Now it's 1-1. The Raiders ace to close it out. The 1-1 offering. Fastball. Missed away.
This was the young man whose season was cut short last season, and good to see him bounce back.
2-1 on the inside. Nearly hit Murray. Had to go out of the way. And now it's 3-1. Goss has been a bit wild to start off this inning.
Sit back and drive this pitch.
He's going to get one to hit. Here's the 3-1. Murray right up the middle. It's going to be fielded by the second baseman Neighbors on to first. And there's one away.
That's what you want in a hitter's count. And Matt gave it a good effort there.
Now coming to the plate.
4-2 Lawrence. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Eagles needing at least 2 to stay alive.
And we've got 8 soldiers with us still. Appreciate you tuning back in.
Down.
He'll get better, I promise.
They get better.
I think we're just glad it's on YouTube.
Yep.
I don't think many people will be complaining. We're happy to bring it to you.
Get a lot of chances next week to try and work out the kinks of the stream. Here's the 1-0. Fastball right back to the mound. Goss Fields will underhand throw over to Pridgeon. And the Eagles down to their final out.
Next batter, designated hitter.
Rhett Brown, the
number
DH,
14,
0 for 3.
Rhett Brown.
Needs this one to stay alive. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Eagles trailing 4-2 to Lawrence, who just knocked in a run of insurance in the last half inning. Here's the pitch. Brown takes a strike. Goss really feeling it now. 0-1 to Brown. Fastball chopped in the ground. It's going to be the shortstop, Willis, who throws it high. Brown is safe, touches the bag at first. Still life for the Eagles.
Never know. That's why you hustle down that line.
Home run ties it.
That's exactly right.
This is a game.
Center fielder.
It's Jaden Adams to the plate.
Jaden Adams at bat.
And this joker right here can hit. So,
Yep, 2 outs, 1 on. Jaden Adams at the plate.
KB getting a little run support.
Yep, Burton will be at first. Running for the DH, Brown. Caleb Burton can fly. So can Jaden Adams. He's 0 for 3, due for a hit. Facing Asher Goss, 2 away. Here's the pitch. Downstairs. The Eagles score 2 in the 6th. Those are only 2 runs in the game. They trail 4-2. It's a 1-1 count now after Goss fills it up in the zone.
Come on, Jaden.
Huge at-bat for Jaden Adams. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. High and tight. One runner on.
Got a 2-1 count. This is, again, a hitter's count. Got to look for something here you can drive.
Down 4-2. 2-1 above the letters, and it's 3-1.
Here's his pitch. Here's his pitch.
Yeah, you're going to get another good one here.
Here's his pitch. Hit one over that press box.
Just find a way to get on.
The pitch to Adams, called strike. He was taking all the way, and that was the one to hit right there. Watched it right down the middle, right by his belt buckle, and now it's a full count with 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. The tying run is at the plate for the Eagles. Burton's at first. Here's the 3-2 from Asher Goss. On the ground left side. Third baseman Coker. It's going to be a long throw. Not in time. It gets away. Caleb Burton with a jailbreak on the base paths will stop at third. Adams goes to second. And the Eagles are in business.
The irony of this, it was throwing errors that dug this hole for us early. Now we're seeing Lawrence giving those gifts back to us late in this ballgame.
Good point. I mean, you shoot yourself in the foot. Even their best pitcher can do it and put them in bad position.
Hey, we're a base hit away from tying this ballgame. Good speed at second, plus speed really at third as well.
The pitch to Chamberlain gets away from the catcher Edwards, but coming home, no run from Burton.
One chance. That run doesn't mean anything. A base hit's going to tie this thing up.
Yep.
So, you got a quality catcher back there in Bennett Edwards. And
yeah, you don't want to make that last out of the plate.
Yep.
You do not, and that down too.
You do have the speed of Burton, but you got to play smart with it. And that's Coach Baker's at third, was chirping at Burton, who's at third base the whole way.
The one thing it could have done, if you go as soon as you see it and make a good read, you get Jaden a third, that puts the pressure on the pitcher not to throw a wild pitch.
Here's the 1-0 to Punkin Chamberlain. He was eye level with the fastball, and it's 2-0. You mentioned the tying run is at second base. Caleb Burton at third.
Comes another one of those good pitches.
Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Here's the pitch right down the middle, called strike. Every time you say it, it's right down the heart.
We got to know the count. Got to know what pitches we got to hit.
2-1. Downstairs, 3-1. Good job to lay off from Chamberlain. That was a tight one. A little too close to take.
Yeah.
And it works in our favor.
Here's another one of these good pitches. Let's go, Punk.
Here's the 3-1. Punkin takes inside. The bases are loaded. Top of the 7th, 2 outs. Greenwood trailing 4-2.
You got Caden Poor at the plate.
Yeah.
He has come in and shut these Raiders down halfway through this game, and it would be awesome to see him win it right here. Go ahead, tie this game up.
Mound visit.
Brought to you tonight by the Coach's Chair. If you love college football and baseball, this is the podcast where you stay caught up on all the happenings in the SEC and the ACC on the most listened to sports podcast in the Lakelands. Join the coach and pull up that chair on the Coach's Chair.
Told you, best horse races are coming behind.
Yep.
I still believe in Caden Poor.
Greenwood's got a lot of hope here. What a night could be. You mentioned it, JR, for Caden Poor, the work he's done on the mound to keep the Eagles within arm length here. And now you got a chance to get a base hit and tie it.
It'd be great to see.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Lawrence leads 4-2. Greenwood at the plate, foul ball from Caden Poor. Asher Goss threw some gas on the first pitch out from the mound visit.
I love that mound visit, by the way. I think that was a very timely mound visit from Coach Patterson, and there's a reason why he's winning up here.
The 0-1. Poor fouls it away, 0-2. Eagles down to their last strike. Rhett Brown reached on an E6. Caleb Burton's running for him. He's at third. Jaden Adams reached on an E5, and Punkin Chamberlain was walked. What a time it'd be for the first hit of the inning. 2 outs, 0-2. Here it is from Goss. On the outside, did not get the call. It was a couple inches off the plate. Good job from a home plate umpire to stand up for himself, not let the crowd take over his decision. A ball and 2 strikes, 2 away, top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. On the ground left side, playable for Willis. The throw to first in time. And the Lawrence Raiders have a 4-2 victory over the Greenwood Eagles.
Good ball game. Good ball game. Give Lawrence a lot of credit. They pitched the ball very well tonight, and it took their ace to come in there to shut the door, but Eagles continued to fight all night. Just came up short late in the ball game.
Yeah, Greenwood created some drama at the end, but you mentioned there's a couple pitchers you wish they had a little bit more of an eye to swing at.
Yeah, we shot ourselves in the foot earlier in the game, and hopefully we learned some lessons, come back stronger.
From the 3rd inning on, this was Greenwood's game.
I agree. Lawrence really was cruising to the big guy came out, and then they gave us 2 base runners, and, expect us to bounce right there. We get a couple, but we don't get enough.
Eagles are able to keep Bennett Edwards quiet. He reached twice, both on walks, but did fly out into right field. He was 0 for 1. Greenwood, on the other hand, you had a 1 for 4 performance from Matt Murray. Ryan Stone was 1 for 3 with a walk. 0 for 3 with a walk was Luke Godwin. Rhett Brown was 0 for 4, but reached on the error in that last 7th inning. Jaden Adams was also 0 for 4, but reached on the error. Pumpkin Chamberlain, 0 for 2, 2 walks for him. We got Will Bice, who was 0 for 1 with a walk, and then Caden Poore came in, batted in the 7-hole. He was 0 for 1 with a walk as well, including that last out. How about Luke Hanna? He was 1 for 1 with 2 walks, and Chris Smith was 1 for 3 with a 2-run base hit in the 6th. Also 2 strikeouts to his name. I've got the final stats for Luke Godwin on the mound. Do you have Caden Poore's out of relief?
I do have Caden Poore's line.
We'll start with the starter, Luke Godwin. He went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 3 runs, 1 of them earned, walked 3 batters, struck out 4, 57 pitches for the starter, Luke Godwin. Eagles only used 2 pitchers. Caden Poore came in around the 3rd inning, came in the 3rd inning after Godwin walked the leadoff man and was excellent other than giving up that 1 run in the 6th.
He was very good tonight. He went 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, gave up 1 run that was earned, and gave 1 base on ball, had 3 strikeouts. But you mentioned the Eagles used 2 pitchers. Lawrence went to 4 pitchers, including their ace there late in the game, who came in and shut the door. Asher Goss was called on to pitch the last inning, and he was effective in his 1 inning of work. But it was the starter tonight who had to be their player of the game, Jordan Hudson, who went 5 2/3, threw over 100 pitches, only gave up 3 hits, 9 strikeouts, 4 walks. So what a night for Raider arms as they really stifle the Eagles lineup. Eagles hit 154 tonight, 4 hits in 26 official at-bats.
Yeah, it was not the prettiest from the Eagles. They got 2 hits to start off the game in the top of the 1st inning. They did not get a hit again until Luke Hanna led off the 5th with a single.
Yeah, we had a long drought there, but give our pitching staff a lot of credit. They kept us in it, and we keep going back to it. We've lost now. This is our 3rd loss of the season. 2 of those were by 1 run. This one was by 2 to a tough Lawrence team. But the commonality in these losses have been the errors, and they cost us here tonight against a really good baseball team.
Yeah, it just didn't seem like the Eagles really punched in on their chances. A couple times you had runners in scoring position, left empty-handed. The only time where they were able to really make something of it was the 6th inning, and almost in the 7th, where they left the bases loaded with 2 outs and could not finish the job in the inning. But there are some positives for sure to look forward. You got Berea coming up all in next week. Time for Greenwood to get back on the right foot. But again, you can't go a 14-batter drought without having a hit.
No, we've got to do better at recognizing pitch counts and getting ahead of pitchers, being able to drive the ball the opposite way. You know, he floated on the outside corner when he was ahead, you know, got us chasing all night. And there was a bunch of at-bats where we're way out balanced and out of balance, so swinging out of their fences. And it seems to me we get back to the basics and just start driving the baseball in the holes and try to get to work.
Well, I think that's well said, JR. I think the game plan for success for the Eagles is much different this year than it was last year. Greenwood's got to find a way to get runners on base, have good plate integrity up there. And tonight you just ran into a team that really could control your running game. When you had runners on base, you had an excellent catcher behind the plate, you had a lefty on the mound, and it really stifled our opportunities on the base pads. And that's going to be kind of the way we're going to have to compete and win games. Greenwood was without a starter tonight, so that didn't help. But hopefully we'll get back to full speed next week and accumulate some wins and, get it going in a positive direction. But a lot of good things going on. That pitching continues to do an excellent job for the Eagles tonight. It was Luke Godwin and Caden Poore, and they continue to give us a chance. We just got to find a way to score runs.
Yep. 4-2 for the Lawrence Raiders. They pick up the win. The winning pitcher was Jordan Hudson. Losing pitcher Luke Godwin, save for Asher Goss. We started at 6:11. We ended at 8:18. That is 2 hours and 7 minutes of game time. And the Eagles are back in action on the road Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. start in Berea, as we'll be up for that one. You unsure if you're making the Berea trip?
Oh, yeah, I'll be there.
You'll be there for Berea? Oh, we'll have a lot to talk about. Oh, that's going to be so much fun.
Definitely.
And we'll talk to you guys then. Thank you for dealing through the technical difficulties.
Appreciate you.
My first time calling an Eagle baseball game, and shout out to you, J.R. Stone, the man behind the scenes doing all the dirty work.
I want to come in, JR. He's been pestering me all week and really for the last 2 weeks. And,
seems like we ain't got the bugs out yet. We're going to get there.
Yeah, man, you do a great job. We appreciate your efforts. We appreciate our loyal fan base that gets on there and watch these games. We do it for
Definitely
you guys.
appreciate them too.
And we have a lot of fun in the process.
Oh, yeah.
But, we do appreciate you guys following Greenwood baseball.
And good to be back with you as well after a couple of weeks off from basketball season. And so it has been all Greenwood. Shout out to Jim, JR, myself, as we're going to send things away from Lawrence. We'll see you guys next week in Berea. Until then, so long.
Thanks for listening to Greenwood Eagles Baseball. Greenwood Eagles Baseball, a production of GMG Sports. Eagles Baseball is brought to you by The Joint Chiropractic, G. Frank Russell Technology Center, American Legion Post 20, Carter Collision Center, The Coach's Chair Podcast, and Surrender Cobra.
There's the pitch.
Tune in next time on your home for Greenwood Eagles Athletics, WCLARadio.com. Good night and go Eagles!